Please let me welcome a very proactive leader in education policy and a great friend of ours at NYCC, CEC3 Education Chair, Noah Gottbaum.
I'm really proud to stand here with NYCC and with parents, public school parents throughout the city, to protest what's going on. You know, Eva Moskowitz said that it's shameful what happened up in Harlem. That one of her co-located schools has been turned back. I'll tell you what's shameful. What's shameful is when a school that has been there for 10 years, that educates 100% of kids with autism, emotionally disturbed children, is pushed out, is evicted by Success Charter. That is what is shameful. That is what the mayor stopped. That is what should have been stopped. Let's talk about choice for a second. Eva Moskowitz is saying, my kids are evicted. They're not evicted from anywhere. They have their place, they have their buildings which they've taken over. But what about the kids at 811, at Mickey Mantle? Where can they go? They are being evicted by this co-location. They would have been. I have a list here. 19 middle schools in District 3 alone. 19. That is choice for Eva Moskowitz's kids. What is the choice for the kids at MS 811? Speak on it. Nothing. They were being pushed out. They were being pushed down to Lower Manhattan. They have no other options in District 3. Eva's got 19 for her kids. Not to mention the fact that she has over $10 million in the bank. She can't afford to pay rent, but she can certainly afford to put out multi-million-dollar advertisements. She can't afford to pay rent, but she can hire multi-million-dollar lobbyists. She can't afford to pay rent, but she can make campaign contributions to every politician known to man. This is wrong. This is a situation of David against Goliath, and thank goodness the mayor stepped in here. Let's talk finally about the kids, the performance. Eva says these are the same kids as in the co-located schools. She's comparing apples to pomegranates. It's baloney.
Right, that's right.
What am I talking about? How many homeless kids does Eva Moskowitz have at Harlem Success 4? Anybody venture a guess? 0. How many homeless kids are at PS 149, Sojourner Truth School? 49. That's 15% of the kids at 149 are homeless. 0% of the kids at Harlem Success 4. Same kids? How many percent ELLs, English language learners, do they have at Success 4? 5%, 4. 9 kids took the test, ELLs. What percentage do we have at 149? Almost 20%, 4 and 5 times as much. Let's talk about the kids, the most special needs children, 100% of whom are at Mickey Mantle School being evicted. How many does Eva Moskowitz have at Harlem Success 4, excuse me. How many? 1 child in a least restrictive environment. 1 child who has severe special needs. The school she's pushing out, or she wants to push out, 100% over 100 kids. And at PS 149, 20%, 1 out of 5 kids has severe special needs. Are these the same children? No. Do they have the same opportunities? Absolutely not. So let's talk about options for all public school children and stop favoring those who have hedge fund backing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Noah. Our last speaker today is a former teacher from PS30, Pat Sherwood. Thank you, Pat.
Okay. Well, good morning. Pat Sherwood from PS30, a former educator. PS30 has lost 35% of the special education in that school. They have lost the PT space, smaller libraries. They've lost their computer room. It's been reduced, not totally gone. They have also reduced the computer lab. There's no computer, and reduced the science room, and the experiments are not given in the science room. The guidance counselors, they're gone. The SETS team that helped all of the special education students, that is gone. Those SETS teams that are important, it's pertinent that special education has the team to help them aboard to learning. It is gone. It is reduced. Foremost, what is morally wrong? Morally wrong is that there has been 35,000 teacher cuts. It is morally wrong to lose that amount of teachers. Pushing into the New York City public schools, charter schools must realize what they have done to those students that were there first. There has been a foundation built from the start in education within New York City public schools. You must adhere to what has been built in the beginning. You cannot dismiss what has been there for all children, general and special education. We can't lose space. We cannot lose our schools. And I thank you.
Thank you.
What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now.
For coming and to listening to what all of us had to say. And the whole point of this and the focus is to to have fair diversity for all schools and to support children's education and to understand that this is about supporting all children and not just one particular group but all groups. We're all one and we all need to be educated. And this is the only thing that we need to understand, that the spaces that are being used for certain things should be used for the schools that are already established, which are needing extra support. And thank you so much, and I appreciate your time. And
Fight, education is
Thank you.
right. Fight, education.